So, hello, TechChill. It is great to be here with such a dynamic group of creators, founders, innovators. Today, I want to share you our experience of doing something actually quite unusual, bringing insurance company into the metaverse. This is not a typical story of data-driven decisions. Instead, it's about experimentation, moving fast and staying ahead of the curve. At startup conference like this, I think you all will agree that speed often wins. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Laura. I'm Chief Marketing and People and board member at insurtech company Balcia Insurance. So let's dive in. When my 5-year-old daughter asks me what I do at work, I tell her, I play games. She laughs, of course. Although it's actually quite true. Currently, we are very massively internally involved in trying and testing different gaming initiatives. But that idea of play, being open to try new things, exploring and having fun with bold ideas, that's exactly what drives our work. And that's how we ended up in the metaverse. Balcia's mission is to make insurance simple and engaging, and we do it by constantly experimenting. We constantly test new ideas to find that one golden goose, whether this is by twisting off traditional insurance products with innovation, cutting off some operational layers to move faster, developing new sales channels, or lately, engaging with our core audience in a way that matters to them. So, how does a company like Balcia in a strictly regulated industry like insurance end up in metaverse? It is actually quite simple, because we ask ourselves how to engage younger generation in a meaningful way, and the answer was clear: go where they already are. So we had two choices: take months of conducting research and complex ROI calculations, or test fast, fail fast, and learn fast. We knew that if we want to connect with our core audience in a meaningful way and build strong connections with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, we couldn't just rely on traditional marketing tactics, as they expect engaging and interactive experiences, not just advertisement. So instead of spending months of research and business case development, we took a completely different approach. We build fast, we test in real time, and we adapt based on engagement. So among other options, we decided that the best way to reach our core audience will be through gamification, connecting into virtual worlds. But how do you even start to build presence in such a competitive space? So we started with literally one sentence brief to our agencies. Do you have experience in building, in delivering projects in Metaverse? And luckily, one agency was brave enough to take on this challenge. So a couple of meetings, a couple of brainstorms, and short research, one presentation to board, and we got a green light. So quick research led us that Fortnite will be the best platform for us, although we also considered other options, for example, such as buying land in the Centerland, for example. Execution was key. We didn't just build a game, we connected it also to our mobile app, which is our main digital sales channel, giving players incentives to engage with our brand. Our employees and their kids helped us to promote, to test the game and make the experience even more authentic. But one of the most exciting aspects was engagement from gaming community itself. We didn't just launch a game. we actually became part of their world. So we received feedback from gaming community, suggestions, and currently we are building 2 new experiences, 2 new games on our Fortnite app map as we speak. Initially, we actually planned to take some pause after the first launch to reassess, but this connection was so strong that we are moving faster than expected. To give you an idea of the scale, the project cost 500,000 euros, and it covered 4 markets, including Poland, which is the 4th biggest gaming gaming community in the world. We moved fast, less than 90 days from concept to launch, from concept idea to developing the game, developing the whole marketing materials, visual identity for our game. So it took just 90 days. The goal was kind of simple. Build awareness and engage with our audience where they already are. But for us, this was actually something more just a campaign. It was an opportunity to redefine how our industry, how insurance interacts with the next generations. So before launching externally, we started with our internal teams. Employees get early access, they tested the games, they shared their feedback, and they create this buzz around this initiative even before it went public. Poland, with its huge gaming community, was a crucial market as well. Internal engagement was key here too, as local teams played, tested, and shared feedback to help us to refine our experience. And employee engagement wasn't just about fun, it was strategic. Involving them turned them into brand advocates, and I think for the project team, this was a first very strong signal that the project will be a success. So results were quite impressive. Our added awareness was 10 times better than traditional campaigns. Our mobile app rating jumped to 4.9 out of 5, and engagement skyrocketed, not just from our audience, but from our employees as well. So what else did we learn? Developing by experimenting isn't one size fits all. Although this is a great fit for us, experimentation works best definitely in environments where innovation and challenging the status quo are part of the company's DNA. For organizations where decision-making requires more detailed research and business case analysis, this approach might not align. The key is understanding your internal culture and knowing whether your team thrives best as quick executions or systematic planning. And innovation doesn't have to come with a massive risk. Balance is everything. Start small, test the waters, and scale once you know that works. In our case, we invested strategically. We started with the pilot project of 50,000 K. When we saw that the results are successful, we knew we can increase our budget even 10 times. Launching fast is important, definitely, but so is understanding the market's timing. While we waited for a global Fortnite update to launch our game, our map, our competitors in one of the markets entered first. To be more precisely, they entered Fortnite 7 days before us. That said, speed is not always about being first. It's actually about being impactful when you do launch. And I will repeat, of course, your team's enthusiasm can be a game changer. In our case, internal buy-in created authentic excitement and helped amplify our external reach. And as I said, for the project team, it was clear green light that project should be successful. Authentic engagement is key. The gaming community embraced our initiative because it felt real. We didn't just promote a game, we became part of their world by actively participating in platforms like Discord, Twitch, live streams, organizing different tournaments. We listened, we interact with the audience, and we adapt based on their feedback. And this two-way communication, it is very critical, and this helped us to build trust and gain traction across the market. And this one is good when actually beyond engagement, gamification can directly also impact sales. For instance, in our mobile application, a push notification with some gaming initiative draw us more sales than traditional sales messages. That proves that engaging your audience on their terms, not through hard sales, can open new opportunities for revenue growth as well. And last but not least, of course, experimentation can prove or disapprove assumptions. Trying bold ideas doesn't always mean they will succeed, but even failed experiments will bring valuable lessons. And in our case, although our project was successful, we also had those small fails along the way. As I already mentioned, our competitors launched 7 days earlier in one of our markets. So we need to reassess what we do, and we needed to create some new strategies and adapt. By focusing on fast execution and learning from real-world feedback, you can adapt and evolve your strategy for the better results for the future. But the question remains, how can insurance stay relevant for generations that expect innovation? And for us, this is not just a theoretical question. It is about actually taking real steps. Engage where your audience is, experiment without overthinking, and adapt based on real insights. Staying relevant isn't just about predicting the future perfectly. It's about showing up, trying new things, and learning from the process. So, should we experiment and take risks, or should we stick to traditional playbook? I ask myself this question every time I start a new project. And every time my answer is, go for experimentation, as it fuels growth, drives engagement, and allows us to innovate in ways that traditional approaches can't. Even if you will fail, you will learn and adapt and come back smarter. And you know, thinking back to this conversation with my daughter, when on my response that Balcia has built its own Fortnite map, she proudly said, "That's a great idea, Mommy. It reminds me about why we take those risks. This is not just about business growth or innovation. It is about showing the next generation that it is okay to try new bold things. It is okay to experiment, and it is okay to create something new, even in industries where nobody expects it." Thank you for listening, and shout out to my project team.
Thank you so much, Laura. And as we still have some surplus time, if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask some questions about this. So first of all, first and foremost, I really want to say congratulations on this. I think this is a very cool thing you did. You entered the correct metaverse market, and it paid off. Amazing. And I do agree that experiments can pay off sometimes. But the first question I have is, have you thought about other games? Since this was a success, and Fortnite, sure, it's one of the biggest, definitely, but there are other games out there. Have you thought about other games, and if so, which games?
Yes, so as I said, initially we had several options where to move on. So one of the games we considered as well was Minecraft, although it's even for the younger generation as Fortnite. But currently we will stick with the Fortnite. As I said, from the first wave, which is actually ongoing currently, so it's not finished yet. But from KPIs, what we have set, we have already, one is already achieved, two of them are on the way, and we will definitely achieve them. So currently we will stick with a fortnight, because this two-way communication, what we have built with our gaming community, as I said, it is so strong that we want to build on this momentum. And as I said, we are building currently 2 new games as we speak, although initially we were planning to, let's say, to pause, to reassess, to make some summaries, but now we move further even faster as expected.
So Balcia is basically becoming now a map developer for Fortnite.
Yes.
Which is cool. Still.
Yes, we could say so as well.
Next thing for other companies now, in case they heard the story, they're very interested now. I'm not going to ask how much it cost, but how do you make yours? First of all, you said yes, you could converse with people via Discord, etc. But how in the map do you make yourself visible? Are there any specific ways how you do that, like billboards and etc. Or what is the way you do that?
Yes. So when you will try Balcia Mega Mansion map, you will see that there is some visual identity. But our target was to integrate our visual identity in a maximum natural way, so that it is not disturbing for the audience. And actually, for those who are interested, you can meet us in Techchill. We have a special lounge area, not far from this stage, and my team will be gladly to share more insights. And about those costs, actually, I can say that the development of the game it doesn't cost like millions. Yes, it's quite affordable, and I would suggest to also for the other companies to evaluate this option.
All right, and one more question. Sorry, we still have a bit of time left.
Initially, you said there will not be time for the questions.
Well, I mean, still 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
Okay.
But one very short one about the team itself. Were those people who are very interested in games, or did you have to sort of turn them? Hey, by the way, games, cool thing. Can you start trying this?
Of course, there are both, but you know, the good thing is that we have quite many kids in our surroundings. So even those employees who were not maybe engaged or excited from the first moment, when they went home and they felt this kid excitement that your work has its own Fortnite game, I think it was a game changer for all of us. And actually, it's very great to see that, as I said, that this project team consists of many different teams. It's not just marketing team or a people team, but also colleagues from IT department are active fans and ambassadors of the project. So this internal engagement, it's actually a key for project to be successful. And as I said, it was a deal breaker for us as a project team, because at that moment we understood that this will gonna be a success.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Laura. Sorry for the many questions. And once again, a round of applause. And yes, very enthusiastic. Love it.
Good job, Balcia.